Hey everyone, it's Lens Addict here, and today I'm going to talk to you about a DJI Mini 3 crash and what DJI support did. And I don't have care refresh or any of that, but I got them to send me a new Mini 3 under warranty, which is awesome. So in this video, we will discuss the crash, what it looked like. I will show you the warranty process and what they sent back. And yeah, so let's get started. We'll start off with the crash and the situation with what happened with the crash. So here's a look at the flight logs on the drone. As we can see, we had a few successful flights, no issues. And this flight was no exception. It took off just fine. And there was no issues, no weird sounds, but all of a sudden, just started spinning and gave me some errors, and luckily it actually didn't fall into this ocean because it was super close to the massive cliff face. Here's another look at that footage slowed down. As you can see, I was pretty much right over the water, so I was really lucky that the drone kind of flipped its way back towards land. As you can see here, it landed not in the ocean, which is great, which probably helped DJI get the logs from the drone if they did that. Now you see me picking it up. You can see the ocean for a second there, how close I was to the ocean. So the drone was still working for a little bit after this accident, but it had a terrible plastic smell, like the burnt plastic. If you ever had electronics die on you, you smell like a weird smell from that. And you'll see in the next photo that once I opened up the drone, it actually had melted ESC or some kind of melted component inside of the drone. So that's what that looked like. But the outside of the drone actually looked really fine considering it fell onto hard rock. It looked pretty normal, just needed some new propellers. So yeah, that was interesting. Here's a look at some of the error codes that the drone threw. So around IMU calibration and a motor not able to rotate, but I suspect the IMU issue was because of the drone falling out of the sky. Might have confused the IMU and the gyroscope. So not sure what, but DJI support told me on the chat they determined that it was a dead on arrival, although this drone got about 30 flights before this happened. So in terms of it being dead on arrival, I don't think it was dead on arrival. I think we got a few flights out of it and it failed. But yeah, I suspect they might be giving me special treatment because I have had a drone fail before and they commented on the video. But if they're not giving me special treatment, this is pretty good support. So the process to get the drone fixed was, thankfully, I didn't lose the drone, so I was able to retrieve it, and I sent back the drone with the drone itself, the battery, and the controller. And I didn't leave the battery in the drone because the drone was so broken that it got super hot and smelled like melted plastic if the battery was in the drone, even though the drone was not on. So something was still draining battery on the drone. Maybe the failed ESC or some resistor had gotten in a weird state, not too sure. But yeah, the process was DJI sent me, actually no, let's go from the beginning. So the first step was I chatted with the online support and I showed them the photos of what had happened. And they said, oh look, this looks like it's a failure. Here, we'll open a replacement case for you instead of a repair case, which was great because that meant that they sent me label, which was an express post label, and it got sent to DJI support in Melbourne. And it took a few days. It took about a week and a half total, despite it being express post. And then they confirmed that it was going to be replaced because I was kind of worried that maybe they would blame me. But I had the logs from the drone. I had everything, screen recording what happened. And then they sent me a new drone, which is this one, and they also sent back my old controller. So I bought the drone separately because I've already got this controller. So this is my old controller for the drone, and they sent me a new Mini 3, which is so nice. But I guess if it was their fault, that's the minimum that I should expect. But let's have a look what's in the box. If this is a refurb, this looks to me like a new drone because DJI support sometimes sends you refurb replacements as well. I had them do that with a Mavic 3 that I had with a gimbal error, but that drone I'd owned for maybe 8 months before they replaced it. But yeah, in the box, let's have a look. It's in the box. Yeah, that looks like a new drone to me. Yeah, look at that. Mini 3. Brand new replaced. That's pretty awesome from DJI. I wonder if we get all the same spare propellers and stuff. Sometimes they even give you a gift, but they didn't. No gift. But yeah. That's cool, just the normal accessories in the box. So yeah, pretty grateful that DJI replaced the drone with a new one. The only other thing that they sent in the box was this guide, product guide card. And it just says what to do after a replacement. Not that exciting, to be honest. But they did send me that. Yeah. If you all enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a comment below and let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please subscribe if you want to see more content. I do a lot of drone, camera and technology content. So feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of that. Give it a like if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down so that I know that it's a bad video. And maybe give me a comment telling me why it's bad. See you all in the next video. Lens Addict out.